name is Ben, and before we get into the video, please consider subscribing because it will mean a massive amount to me and I would love you forever. You may have heard of a guy called Tom Platz. He is known for having the most incredible legs, not just on the planet, but of all time. This guy's legs were insane. They even nicknamed him the Quadfather. And today, we are going to be doing Tom Platz's leg workout routine, which is considered to be one of the toughest and most intense workouts that anyone can possibly do. So we're going to take it on and see if we can handle the heat. So, at first glances, this has a lot of volume, an absolutely insane amount of volume, probably more than I've ever done in my life, combined in one single workout. If anything, I'm just going to be absolutely exhausted by the end of it. These were the first working sets of squats. Now, first look at the Tom Platz leg workout routine, and I was flabbergasted. Absolutely flabbergasted. The ranges of sets and reps on this routine was huge. For the first exercise, squats, it was 8 to 12 sets, 5 to 20 reps. Now if I did 8 sets of 5, that would be a cop-out. Tom Platz is not doing 8 sets of 5. But at the same time, I'm not going to do 12 sets of 20. That is a ridiculous amount of squats. I don't have time. Nobody in the world has time for that. I'm not going to eat and sleep at the gym. I'd like to actually go home today. Thank you very much. So to make it fair, I picked a range that was in between. I ended up doing 8 sets of 10. Now I could have done more, but that is 80 reps in total, which is quite a lot more than a regular person would do for squats. And this was with 115 kilograms, which is not light by any means. Now, I was going to do 9 sets of... No, it was 10 sets. I was going to do 10 sets of 10, like German volume training. But I got to the 8th set, and I'd done so much squatting, I was running out of time, firstly. I think I'd been there about 1.5 hours just doing squats. And my knees were starting to give up the ghost. And considering I had several exercises to do after that, I was willing to call it quits there and soldier on with the rest of the workout. Shoot me if you want, but that's just how I had to do it. That's the way it was. Sorry, Tom Platz. Forgive me. So I'm just going to let these play out to prove to you that I actually did all 8 sets of 10. And I am not a liar. We do not lie on this channel. A little bit of insight into these squats. I wasn't just doing regular squats, I was trying to slow down the tempo what Tom Platz would probably call controlled aggression. So I used a tempo of about 2 seconds on the way down, 2 seconds on the way up, with no real pause at the bottom or the top. Another thing I did was I only had roughly a minute's rest in between each set, so it was very fast paced. And the combination of those meant I fatigued very quickly, and it was intense.
Warriors around, don't get caught in the mosh pit. Fuel to the fire, ain't nobody can stop it. Trouble in my city, but you know I'm across it. Got a 40 on my hip and I'm liable to spark it. Throw down these hits, my click is indivisible. I aim, you duck, I squeeze, now you invisible. I'm not afraid of getting physical. All these different chemicals are fogging up my visuals. Bloods on my hands, got slugs on my gunners. Yo, we notorious, we ain't no runners. Bloods on my hands, got slugs on my gunners. Yo, we some warriors, they ain't called gunners. Bloods on my hands, got slugs on my gunners. Fucking bloods on my hands, got slugs on my gunners. Put on my strap, put on the beat, put on the map, put on my team. Take out every motherfucker in between. Know what I mean? Better myself, better my aim, better my rep, better my name. Killing rappers on my hang, I'm by their chains for the fame. Never thought I would it, now I'm running this. You don't wanna follow me, no motherfucking front of this. I ran in the trouble with the truth, trying to get it what it do. Battling it,
Tom Platz must be some kind of maniac, I swear.
Cover the map and still ain't know where you can find me at. Journey through the mind of an insomniac. I ain't never sleep, staying ready, keep an eye out for the fakes. For the snakes, load the clip and I'ma pull it, something shakes. Never go to battle if you plan to lose. Life a game of chess, you gotta plan the moves. Middle fingers up, I'm not a fan of rules. Fighting for the right to live in peace and not like animals.
Bloods in my hands, got slugs on my gunners. You'll be notorious, we ain't no runners. Bloods in my hands, got slugs on my gunners. You'll be some warriors, they ain't no gunners. Bloods in my hands, got slugs on my gunners. Bloods in my hands, got slugs on my gunners.
Put on my strap, put on the beam, put on the map, put on my team. Take out every motherfucker in between. Know what I mean? Better myself, better my aim, better my rep, better my name. Killing rappers on my hang, I'm by their chains for the fame. Never thought I would it, now I'm running this. You don't wanna follow me, no motherfucking front of this. I ran in the trouble with the truth, trying to get it what it does. Battling and I ain't never lose. We some motherfucking warriors.
Moving on to the calf section of the workout, Tom Platz goes big on carbs. Now I am not one to dismiss carbs, but mine are pretty shit. So I wasn't too happy when there were 3 different exercises of calves to do. At this point I was knackered, I wanted to go home, I didn't want to have to do 3 sets of 3 different calf exercises, but I roughed them out anyway. And that's what you have to do. That is what winners do. And hopefully, by the end of this year, I will have some calves that will not get laughed at in the streets. And people will actually respect me. Because that's all carbs are. They're just respect. That's a wrap. Tom Platz, I hate you. That's real. That's real hate right there. We are back, just arrived, and another very, very scary drive. Those last few calf exercises at the end just had my foot cramping, but I'm safe, which is the main thing. And yeah, I didn't manage to film every single set I did, because if you see the workout, it's a hell of a lot of sets, more sets than I would ever do in my workout. So having to film every single one is basically adding an extra minute before the set. And if you're doing, I don't even know how many sets it was, but let's say 20, you're adding another 20 minutes on an already ridiculously long workout. So I just skipped like a couple of sets, so don't crucify me for that, because I got a lot of them, so you got to give me credit. And it took I can't stress how long that workout took. I think 2.5 hours, something like that. And it was just relentless. It was set after set after set after set. And that was one of the main things I think I worked out about this particular routine, was there are no places to hide. If you have a weak body part, like say your quads, so your glutes take over whenever you squat and your quads don't really get much work, this workout will make your quads work. I don't care whether your technique makes you more glute dominant, your quads are going to be on fire as well. So that is one of the best things about this, is everything gets demolished. There is no place to hide. Right. It's been a little while, and I'm going to sum up this day, this workout routine. Tom Platz's leg workout routine. I think I'm going to need to sit down for this one, because standing, it hurts right now, and that's real. The cramps are real. So I'm going to sit down and find somewhere. I am exhausted. The workout took 2.5 hours. So it was not a short workout. A normal workout for me is probably 1.5 to 2 at a big stretch if I have a lot of body parts to do. So 2.5 is a long workout. We started with squats, and the squats just seemed to go on forever. I don't know if it was meant to be working sets, because I think the range was 8 to 12 sets of squats. So I was thinking maybe that includes the warm-ups. I don't know, but I did working sets. I took it as working sets because I just knew that Tom Platz, he always goes the extra mile. He does more than what a regular person would do, or a regular bodybuilder would do. He's known for his intensity and just pushing himself to the extreme. So I went for the working sets. I think I did 8 working sets on squats, just because at that point I could have done more. I think I was planning on potentially doing 10, but it just was taking forever, and I had lots of other exercises to do. So I called it a day at 8. My knee was flaring up a bit as well, just doing that many sets. It was definitely a fast-paced workout. I think I gave myself I normally set the timer. So I filmed a set, and then as soon as I finished filming, I set the timer for 1 minute or 50 seconds, whatever. However quick I kind of, got the camera, checked the footage, either a minute or 50 seconds. So it was roughly a minute in between each set. So it was very fast paced, kind of a set, hardly any rest, a set. And that's why I was drenched in sweat. You have to understand that it's October in England, and the weather outside is awful, pouring with rain, probably like 8 degrees outside Celsius. And I was in the gym drenched in sweat. I was visibly leaving a trail from each bit of equipment that I was using just because I was pouring with sweat. In conclusion, all I can say is I thoroughly respect Tom Platz and the work ethic that he has, because he's doing that on a regular basis. That's kind of how his workouts go, whether he's training legs or upper body. He pushes himself to those kind of limits. And you can tell that's some professional stuff. I've got some other workout routines in mind, so if you would like to see those, please leave a like on the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you very much for watching, and see you later.